That's the video. That's the beauty of video.
Yes, editing.
From Collegian headquarters, Marcus Traxler, 2008 intramural champion Shane Koob. Let's talk Jackrabbit sports, most specifically football. Already 1-2, and then they get piled on with the news that Thomas O'Brien has decided to leave the program. He's made 20 starts in his career, and he's only a junior, and he leaves the program Monday. Shane, your thoughts on this kind of from his perspective first? I mean, what do you kind of, you can't really get into his mind, but I mean, what do you think kind of went into this decision?
The struggles have been publicized very well, I'd say. And, the first thing is, the quarterback, it seems, always gets the blame, what in a big loss or in a loss. Win or lose, the quarterback's usually the face of the team. And, I think there could have been a lot of pressure put on him. And, but, that's now that we've been boiling it down and breaking it down, when you look at this SDSU football team, maybe quarterback wasn't even the position that should have been most scrutinized.
And that might be no more apparent than the last two games. They give up 56 and then 48 to Cal Poly and Illinois and Cal Poly respectively. And this is a team that has big fish to fry, certainly on defense, getting lit up by a Mustang offense that is known for their running, and they did running and passing against the Jacks very easily. I think you hit it on the head that defense is a big problem. We also saw the venom that Jackrabbit fans, supporters, students, whatever, can spit out, especially when things aren't going right. It'll be very interesting because now the local favorite, local option, it appears, Austin Sumner, is going to have a shot at quarterback, redshirt freshman. It'll be his first start. And aside from garbage duty time against Illinois and Cal Poly, he's getting thrown into the fire. And yes, there will be a honeymoon period, but there's going to be an immense amount of pressure on him as well to flip the script here. Your thoughts kind of on what the team and Sumner himself are going to have to do against Illinois State?
Well, yeah. I mean, you're losing, like you said earlier, you're losing 20 starts from O'Brien. And, that experience factor at quarterback is always a big deal. But you're throwing Sumner into the fire here. He was, back in high school, he was the South Dakota Gatorade Player of the Year. Put up very impressive numbers, broke something like 8 state records.
Over 8,000 yards passing, I think, and certainly did it in the biggest class of high school football in South Dakota. Very interesting. Kind of your thoughts. Does SDSU come away with a win on Saturday?
I think if SDSU can get back to the ground game, maybe reestablish that, which might be a problem considering there's 3 offensive line starters that are out. But if SDSU can commit to that solid run game, maybe give Zach Zenner a few more touches. Maybe they can pull off a victory on the road and maybe kind of salvage their season if they get that first win with Sumner. On the other hand, we're not going to see any 379 yards worth of passing from Sumner like we did from O'Brien in the Cal Poly game. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out, and even just the whole season how that all plays out. But I think they got to be underdogs coming in on the road with a rookie quarterback.
Saturday, with a win, they'll still be 2-2. They would then be 1-0 in conference play. I mean, you're right back at the top again. Let's flip to a Jackrabbit team that has found a lot more success, including recently Jackrabbit volleyball. Very good, very strong so far. They get the weekend sweep. Last weekend, actually 3 games, beating IUPUI and Western Illinois at home. Then they go to Kansas City, beat the Kangaroos on Monday night. This is a good team, and Shane, you cover them. They're good on the attack, and they are solid defensively. What stands out for you so far?
The thing that stands out so far I'd have to say the defense, which last year was a bit of a problem at times. This year they look a lot better, a lot more solid on the defensive side. Shea Byrath and Emily Palmer are back there digging out balls all the time, and Shea was just actually got her. She was the Summit League Defensive Player of the Week for her job she did this weekend. She had 47 digs over the weekends in 2 matches. So the defense has been stout, and I mean, what more can you say about Kelly Fegan? She, reigning Summit League Player of the Year. She hits the ball really hard in the middle, and you can tell that they're trying to get that ball to the middle when she's in the game.
They have really good hitters. I think the player that stepped up the most for me, Lexi Fowler, stepping in at setter, mainly because that looks like an easy position to master. It's not, because you're running the offense. You got to put the ball on the spot, and she struggled to a certain extent, but she's been very solid. If they can build around her at all, they're going to be fine. Everybody's away this weekend for the Jackrabbits. Next weekend, Beef Bowl weekend, everybody's home. Volleyball, soccer, football, cross country. You know where to find the coverage. It's here, stsucollegian.com. And since you're here, you might as well read our stuff that we typed up for this week, because it's an online issue and you'll love it. So for Shane, Marcus, thank you. We'll see you.